Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look at some of these coins then, shall we? Mainly and only, I suppose, XRP and Bitcoin, because we've got to work out what's going on with Bitcoin. But before we do that, we're going to have a quick check of the old Dixie chart, which is what we're expecting to see moving up. So I suppose for the last week or so, I've been putting a lot of emphasis on this chart. And this chart, I thought, might have found a top at this level and wanted to come back down to retest these lower levels, but it's not. It's gone super bullish, which is basically making all commodities. You see gold is down 2.5% today. The stocks kind of do, they're getting by, they're doing alright. They're down, obviously they're down, and Bitcoin in the same kind of bag. What I'm expecting is that they're just going to give up, unfortunately, because we are above the green 50 exponential. MACD is moving into bullish territory now, and it'll probably be there by tomorrow, unless, of course, we drop down from here. We're talking about the Dixie here. If we don't drop down and we continue to go up, I'm seeing a dollar reach 95 here, and that will cause probably another big dump at that point, and then I think that will be buyback time for now, because if we look back at this chart here, we see areas like 96 and also areas like here of around 95 on these candle bodies here and up here. So we're really pushing quite hard and heavy with the Dixie here. And so there will be a small retrace, but it looks like obviously that we spotted the higher high and then the higher low gets it in. So this is where we got really bearish here, and then with that push up, that's where we cashed in with our shorts. We did really well. So is it time to short again for the moment? Well, I mean, you could go that way if you wanted to. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not advising anybody to do anything. Me personally, I made enough money doing the shorts here. These were the easy shorts, and sort of transpiring over to this. So you can see it's basically the inverse of a Bitcoin chart. As the dollar went up, Bitcoin came down, and we're, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, we'll look at this chart now. It's kind of ranging within this blue box area. It's not really understanding itself. It doesn't really know what it wants to do at this point. We all know what its future holds if the Dixie continues to go up, even if it's just for the rest of the day. We all know what that's going to do to Bitcoin. It's going to bring it down towards 10,000. And maybe then some. So it's really just holding on. There's a lot of people buying at these levels, and fair play to you. If you want to do that, do that. I'm sure it'll pay off in the long run, but I'm pretty confident that there's further to go. So we're bouncing the bottom of this blue box area, which is clearly support level. Rejection will probably be at the top of this blue box area, like it was yesterday, and then one way or another, this is going to give it up. Looking at the MACD at the moment, it's in bearish territory. It's about to make that negative cross. I think the next big move will be to the down. I can't see how we're going to come out of this one, unless, of course, the Dixie actually does come back down to retest some of these lower levels. And actually, I think it'll probably bounce from this green 50. To be honest with you, I don't think we'll be seeing the centre of the Bollinger Band quite yet. And if we were to, that would be a huge, massive rally for stocks, commodities, and crypto. Let's have a look at the XRP chart, see how that transpires over to this. So this one's, I suppose, an easier chart to trade on, because we're beneath all, as far as going bearish is concerned, for shorts and things, we're beneath all major moving averages on this, and we're finding rejection these last couple of days on the 200 exponential. So anyone who knows anything about moving averages knows that this is pretty much it, really, and it's going to take a while to get above here. If we have a look at what happened when we were beneath here, which is for the vast majority of our most recent history with XRP, every time we come up to test it, even on rallies, we get rejected massively. Rejected. We broke out of it on this occasion, but then we came back up to test it here, rejected. Big move up here. These don't look like big moves, but these are big moves, trust me. That is a big move. We'll measure that one from the bottom to the top. We'll just measure that wick then, shall we, just for fun. That was a 14% move, 15% almost. Hit it, dropped. So being below there is actually bearish, really. I mean, there's no question. It is definitely bearish. Being below a 200 exponential moving average, and being above it is obviously bullish. But we're beneath all major moving averages at the moment. And the last straw will be for when. Well, it's not the last straw. We've not got a death cross or anything like that. But the last one of the last nails in the coffin will be when this 10 exponential moves beneath here. It'll just add extra resistance to us and just keep pushing us down. So I'm pretty confident in many ways that we're going to see a 20-cent XRP some point soon, because there's nothing beneath us other than prior supports. And when it comes to supports, really we got 22 cent, but then really we've got the psychological area of 20 cent, and probably see wicks below that. But you know, when we get there, we'll talk about where we're going from there. And again, all of this corresponds to this chart. We are having a very, very small pullback, and like I say, small moves mean everything on this. I didn't really think that we'll be seeing any big dumps. Maybe today would have been the earliest, but tomorrow maybe. It's when we get this MACD above there, above that 0 point, and they convert, and the divergence away from themselves on these moving averages gets more and more apparent. It would seem that the dollar doesn't want to slow down at all. In fact, this has been quite aggressive. It's done more than I thought it was going to do in such a small space of time. So I think this is probably likely to continue up to 95 over the next few days, and then a pullback, and that pullback will allow for everything to have that big bounce. So for longs and for buybacks, that will be the time to do it, but not for the moment. Not for the moment at all. It's looking too strong at the moment, and with that strength comes caution. So that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go into massive details because it's pretty much the same as I said these last few days. You know, we did the big move here. That was fine. We did that one quite nicely, and now we're waiting for our next signs of super weakness, and at the moment we're not getting that. With Bitcoin, we're playing within this range. We're just bouncing within this range. You could always try and short from the top of this range, being 10,575, to see if you get lucky and it breaks below this support. Otherwise, I'd just leave off and wait, because the next big move will be. It might be hard to catch the next big move down, but it should be relatively easy to catch the next big move up. I'm not saying that that's a reversal pump, but it should be a nice big move, and it'll take all the market with it, and that'll be probably the next big move that I'm looking to trade, even though I'm expecting another dump, quite a sizable, substantial dump. The entry point's not clear, but the entry point for a long will be a lot clearer, so that's how I'm going to play this, and it's all off the back of the Dixie, and see how the Dixie plays out over the next few days. Like I say, I'm not really expecting it today. Over the next few days I would expect it. Maybe today, more likely tomorrow or Friday, probably Friday, because we all know how Fridays go. Big moves will probably happen on, if not tomorrow, by Friday. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Join the Telegram, there's a link at the bottom. And also I've got some really good Binance referral links. If you want to set yourself up a new account, you get 20% of all your trading fees back. So yeah, thank you for watching. Take it easy.